Let me tell you, Brickell setting itself to a whole new level. Let me show you Dolce Gabbana. So I'm very excited to be in Dolce Gabbana with Elliot Lee. He is the sales director for the project. I've been hearing about Dolce Gabbana for a very long time, like a few months, I should say, and everybody rave about it. So I'm finally here and I want to know everything about this project. So I'm seeing the scale model and it's stunning. It looks absolutely beautiful. So tell me a little bit.
So we are developed by JDS Development Group out of New York. Of course, completely branded by Dolce Gabbana. We are going to be one of the tallest buildings in all of Miami, and we are the tallest building in Brickell.
How many stories?
90 floors up in the air.
Oh, wow.
1,049 feet, which is the FAA's height restriction.
I was going to ask, is that okay with the airplanes? Because,
That's their restriction. So no, you can't go any higher than that. Our developer was actually kind of upset. He's like, if I could, I would go 1,500 feet.
Wow. Tell him, hey, Michael, it's not New York. It's almost like New York. So, and I look at the trim. It's going to be like a dark brown, like a black color. What is it? It looks beautiful. It looks very,
yeah.
It's going to stand out for sure.
Absolutely. So the entire exterior of this building is designed by Dolce Gabbana. And one really unique thing about us is that Dolce Gabbana didn't just put their brand on the project. They are very much involved in all of the interior finishings, the designs, all of our common areas, amenities, and the exterior of our entire structure.
Which is very nice because, you want to have the brand, of course, and it's an amazing brand, Dolce Gabbana, but also you want to have the touch of the brand. Otherwise, what's the point?
Right, exactly. So you have elements on the tower that actually resembles their work. So for example, the golden beads that we have here, it resembles the necklaces, which is you see around the building.
Yeah.
We also have what is called ivory travertine stone that we put on the exterior of our structure. So you don't see concrete or stucco anywhere on the building.
Wow,
it's
that's
travertine.
Beautiful.
You have the travertine art galleries here, and we have all of our materials on display to show the world what kind of quality we really bring to the city. I'm particularly excited because the level of finishings and the quality actually represents some of the highest end properties that I've been a part of. So what you see here is also the black metal cladding that scales all the way to the top of our building. And we finish off with our signature golden crown on the.
So it's obviously very high-rise building. How many units are we expecting to have? Is it starting at what's the minimum bedroom count per unit?
So we have 259 units in a 90-story tower.
Right, that's very boutique-y, I should say.
Exactly.
Compared to the height.
Exactly. And we have mixtures of 1-bedrooms all the way up to 4-bedroom, half-floor penthouses. And then we have our upper penthouse that could have up to 7 or 8 bedrooms.
So let's talk about the price point. Lower price point for the 1-bedroom. What can I find myself?
So we begin at 2.15.
And how big is that?
1,059 square feet.
So it's a very large 1-bedroom. Does it come with a den or just a large 1-bedroom?
It's a large bedroom that comes with a powder bathroom. So our floor plans are very generously sized, and even our master bedrooms in the 1-bedrooms are usually about 14 to 16 feet wide. So we're very generous in our dimensions. And that is the smallest 1-bedrooms that we have. We have 1-bedrooms going up to 1,500 square feet that are corner units.
Which is, the thing is it's such a exclusive luxury brand. Obviously very luxury high-end finishes. So you also cannot sell yourself short. You got to have a certain standard. So yeah, the 1-bedroom, if someone wants to spend money here and be in the Dolce Gabbana, it has to spend $2 million, which is fit for what you get for your money. And then we're talking about 1-bedroom, $2 million. What does the 2-bedroom look like in terms of prices, and obviously the penthouse?
Our 2-bedrooms start at 3.1 million. Our 3-bedrooms start at 5 million, and then our 4-bedrooms start from 12 million and up.
Parking, finishes, let's talk about that. First of all, parking. Is it valet only? Is it assigned spots?
We are valet only. And because we're in the urban core of Brickell, and one of the advantages that the owners get is we have a Rolls-Royce house car that takes you anywhere that you want to go.
Nice.
Within the city of Brickell, which is basically every restaurant that you can think of.
And if you're not lazy, you can just walk because Brickell is not
right.
big.
Yeah.
Right?
We always have a joke. If you don't want to walk 2 minutes to your favorite restaurant, we have the Rolls-Royce house car that can give you a VIP white glove experience.
Exactly. Yeah, because Dolce Gabbana located right on Brickell Avenue, prime location. You're kind of in the middle between the end of Brickell to the other end of Brickell. So perfect location, you can walk everywhere. What's the amenities look like at Dolce Gabbana? What can I find when I come here?
So I'm glad you asked. We have 115,000 square feet of amenities.
Oh, wow.
In our entire building. Our units start on the 25th floor, and everything below that is all of our amenities. And we also have a 43rd floor amenity. This amenity deck we call our quiet amenities, and then we have our active amenities here. So we do have 3 restaurants, 2 of which is going to be open to public. We have a signature ballroom, which is a members-only club, which we've already signed, but we cannot announce it yet until further notice.
So it's going to be a private-only member with just a different name, nothing to do. It's not going to be the Dolce Gabbana member.
It's not particularly a Dolce Gabbana membership club, but the room is designed by Dolce Gabbana.
Yeah, it's going to be in the field.
But the idea is that for our guests to have your own Soho Beach House, your own Faina, your own Casa Tua membership.
It's becoming very popular, like in New York, right? In New York, everybody are a member of something. So in Miami, it's becoming like the trend as well. Yeah, it's becoming, you gotta be a membership of something. So you're gonna have a membership here, obviously. So a ballroom, what else?
We're gonna have a membership ballroom, and you know, the great thing about it is instead of needing to drive somewhere, you have it in your own private building. So it's great to have a social group with your friends or your connections, contacts, whatever it is, and you'll be able to have your own private members club. On top of that, we have an entire wellness floor, complete with IV therapy, cold plunges, hot plunges, dry saunas, wet saunas. We're gonna have a juice bar. We're gonna have a Dolce Gabbana tailor shop. We're gonna have a beauty salon, a barber shop.
Everything, literally everything.
Everything, movie theater, kids room, playroom, creative working spaces, business centers.
I'm surprised to be the kids room, actually. Look, as a mother, I'm like, oh, the Dolce Gabbana, they probably don't want to have but that's actually a nice touch for the families who are coming to Brickell. It's just something extra to have in your building. It's important, you know, we have kids.
Absolutely. And one really unique feature that differentiates us from really everyone else is we're a fully turnkey product. So we're coming to the market.
Let's talk about it. Full turnkey. To the people who are watching, a lot of, again, and I mentioned it in a lot of pre-construction video that I do, you sometimes just get a shell, right? You get the building, you get a shell, and you have to, we call it decorated ready, meaning you're doing your own decoration. So here they do everything for you.
They do everything for you. As you know, in Florida, developers only have to give you kitchens, bathrooms. A lot of developers now are giving flooring, but of course, you're absolutely right. The buyers have to come in, they have to put up their own window treatments, they have to pay HOA taxes, carrying costs, while they finish out their entire apartment. What we've created here is, instead of giving the flooring, kitchens, and bathrooms, we actually drop your ceilings for you. We give you cove lighting, curtain pockets. We install motorized shades, drapes, blinds, completely designed by Dolce Gabbana. We give you all of your appliances that are upgraded. We upgrade all of your doors. And then on top of that, we furnish your entire apartment with Dolce Gabbana Casa furniture.
Amazing. So it's literally like you close on the unit, you can just move in, no problem. You don't have to deal with it. You know, again, like a lot of those constructions, units, pre-construction, to your point, you mentioned dropping the ceilings because they don't have recessed lighting in none of them. Maybe 1 or 2 if you're lucky. So dropping the ceiling to create more like electric option for the buyer, I think it's huge. You don't have to deal with getting your own electrician, permits and all that. So that's actually already like a plus. I know we have a pool. What's going to be on the 14th floor? Like a little bar?
So the 40th floor is our quiet amenities, which means that this is a resident-only amenity deck. No renters or guests that are part of the hotel program can use this amenity floor. It's private only for the residents. As opposed to the pool floor that's on the 22nd floor, the restaurant spaces here is open for the people that are part of the hotel program.
So a hotel will be like, we have an hotel component in the Dolce Gabbana?
There is a hotel component.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay, so we do. So probably, I assume, lower floors or all of them?
No, so what's unique about us is we're a fully residential building, meaning that you can get a conventional loan and you can also homestead your property.
Okay.
The only difference is we have a hotel component, meaning that Dolce Gabbana, under their umbrella, they're going to launch a hotel component so that anybody that's in any of the units, should they want to, can put their unit into the hotel program.
And just rent it if they want to.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
You know, we came up with this idea because through our research, we found out that most people come to Brickell seasonally.
Yeah, they don't want to be all the time. They want to rent it out.
Right. So we created a very special hybrid lockout feature in our floor plan. It's the first of its kind in Miami. And I'll show it to you, you know, on an iPad or something like that.
Sure.
But our floor plans are designed in a way that you have multiple access points to your private foyer. And so what that does is it individualizes every room so that it's fully private. And those rooms have doors connecting directly to the private foyer. So say, for example, if you had a 3-bedroom and you're the only one living in the master bedroom, you can rent out your 2nd and 3rd bedrooms who have complete private spaces and they will never touch your space.
That's interesting.
So it's the first of its kind in Miami.
Yeah, it was like design-wise, like how do you even do it? That's pretty interesting.
It's very unique, and we came up with this because, we have so many people that come to Miami seasonally.
Yeah.
And what happens when their families leave after Christmas, they have 2 or 3 bedrooms just sitting there empty.
Yeah, and you have HOA fees to pay for.
You have rising HOA, rising property taxes, rising everything costs. So this structure allows flexibility for the owners.
Got it.
We don't promote our brand and our building as a building that you have very, very short-term rental capacity. We're providing more of an option
if you want
for the owners to do anything that they want to do.
Yeah, more flexibility.
More flexibility in a fully turnkey product. And to go further than fully finishing and furnishing your apartment, we give you plates, we give you silverware.
I see the plates around us. I see I see all the tiles. So what are those? The tiles that we have seen. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so part of our pricing package is that, of course, with the finishes and the furnishings and the cups and plates and everything, you get 4 options of colors that you could choose from.
Okay.
Everything is included in the price. So what you're seeing here is our gold option. So in the golden package, anything that you choose, you're going to have all of this included.
Okay.
So these are the marbles that you see here. We mined some of these marbles from around the world. This is your closet doors, which is upgraded. This is your front doors, which is golden brass. These are your window treatments.
Yeah.
These are your drywall finishes, and these are all the other materials that's going to be used on the cabinetry and what.
And I'm just curious, from what you sold so far, what are people choosing? Do they choose in the gold, or do they go for more natural colors?
So most of our buyers have chosen actually our green option.
The green?
Here has a very organic feel to it. The green is the very popular option, but throughout time, the black and the gold has become very popular.
Interesting.
So it's kind of changing with the market. It's very interesting.
So let's talk about the penthouse. What are you guys asking for?
So we have a 25,000 square feet penthouse.
Wow.
Triplex penthouse. It is very unique.
Imagine the views, my God.
It's 360-degree views, unobstructed, and it is the only unit that has the golden crown. So it's a very special unit.
Wow.
So we're priced at $88 million.
Wow.
And our address is 888 Brickell Miami.
So that's for someone who, first of all, have a lot of money. And also, want to say I'm in the 888 Brickell in the penthouse. And I have
it's really for somebody who wants a trophy property.
Yeah.
Our triplex penthouse is for somebody who really wants a legacy inside of a beautifully designed building. And it is the only unit, again, that gets the crown. So we really, when we,
creme de la creme.
It's the creme de la creme. It's really somebody who's fit to be either the king or the queen and is going to own in one of the tallest buildings and one of the most iconic buildings in all of Brickell.
Or maybe Ken Griffin will just buy that one, given it to Costa, straight from Citadel.
Yes, exactly. So we're slated for delivery at the end of 2028 or the
When are you supposed to break ground?
We're breaking ground by the end of the year.
Okay.
So Q3 or Q4 of...
So about 3.5 years.
Yeah, about 3.5 years to complete to the top. We're already demolishing the interior of the existing building that's on the lot for us to be right in time to go vertical towards the end of the year.
Nice. And the deposit structure, I would assume same, right? 20% when you execute a contract.
Correct.
10 more percent when you're
groundbreaking.
Correct. Then you have top off. Another 10%?
20%.
20. So 50% down total, and
Correct.
then the rest when you finish the project?
Correct, yes.
That's it. For 88 million, that's not a lot. It's only 40,
well, I mean, you have to, when you break down the penthouse, we really come out to about $3,500 per square feet.
Per foot, which is, you think, I'm going to say which is reasonable because, I mean, a penthouse at the Echo just closed at 2,400 per square foot, I think, or 2,700 per square foot at the Echo.
Which the building is
older. I mean, it's still nice and new, by the way, but it's older compared. And then Miami Beach, they're asking for every unit facing the ocean, 5,000 per square foot.
Exactly.
So you guys kind of right in between.
Right. But remember, it's a 25,000 square feet penthouse that's fully furnished by Dolce Gabbana Casa and fully finished.
Exactly. And people don't think about the finishes and the furniture. but that adds a lot to your cost.
That's a big price tag for the furniture package.
Exactly. Wow, I can't wait for this. I mean, you're seeing all this development in Brickell, and then you have like ultra luxury high end, because Brickell needs it.
Yes.
Miami needs it. We don't have, I think, enough luxury in very high-end standard. So this is a definitely nice touch. Let's talk about the developer, the design. I mean, I know Dolce Gabbana is doing the design, but like the architect.
Absolutely.
I know it's JD, Michael Stern. He's the developer, right?
Yes.
Is JD is the right one?
JDS.
Yeah, JDS.
So JDS is our developer who's building the building. He's known for breakthrough engineering and technology for building super tall, slim towers around the world. So some of his most notable projects is the 111 West 57th Street Tower, which is one of the highest, the tallest residential and thinnest residential towers in the entire world.
Okay.
On Billionaires Row, overlooking Central Park. He's also known for building the Brooklyn Tower out in Brooklyn, which is also the tallest tower. And now he's bringing his entire construction management team to Miami to now build Dolce Gabbana, which is our flagship building.
And the architect, who is that?
The architect is Studio Sofield, ran by William Sofield out of New York. And the interior designer is also Dolce Gabbana.
Nice. So, wow. Thank you so much for having me. I'm going to play a little bit with the virtual tour here, but I really appreciate you taking the time. I know you guys have back-to-back meetings. Thank you so much again for joining me, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe. If you have any comments, if you have any questions about Dolce Gabbana, please send me an email, maya@mayavander.com. We'll get you all the information. Elliot, thank you so much again. Let's play with the virtual tour.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.